forward to a lovely final as well.
And starting with a gorgeous Anastasia and Victor.
Absolutely. And looking particularly beautiful tonight. You notice she had two dresses, very, very similar. But it's a lovely style for her. It creates harmony for the couple as well.
They have been dancing with this harmonious movement tonight, better than I've seen them before, probably.
Yes, I think tonight is a particularly good night for them. I think they have the balance personally. I think they have the balance within the couple, and then throughout the movement, the balance is also there. So a very good evening for them.
There's also a tremendous change of power and speed between the movements that they take and the control coming out of things like that telemark position there.
Yes, well, that's what makes it interesting, isn't it? Light and shade, different types of energy, timing also.
Do you have any pet hates when you watch these? Well, not these couples, obviously, because they won't have them, but...
No, I think the only thing actually that I would love to actually say while we're discussing the dancing here about pet hates are shoes. I really do not like to see straps on the ladies' shoes. You know, the shoes, again, that's where the art is. The design is on that floor, as well as in the bodies and as well as in the spaces as well.
Especially those that have these flyaway sides on them. They never cut the bottom tails off.
Yes, absolutely.
They stick out miles.
Yes. Well, I just remember from my own days of dancing, and also the Janet Gleave, Vicky Barr, Lindsay Hillier, you know, Karen Hilton, Anne Lewis. None of us wore straps on our shoes. And I think the ladies' shoes, the ankle is particularly beautiful, especially with such exquisite, beautiful dresses like Katusha's wearing.
Something there that's not very often happens nowadays. The shoes the same colour as the rest, the pale pink, which obviously does enhance the picture.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's an absolute necessity. You can see the difference between the blue dress with tan shoes and the pink dress with pink shoes. I think it enhances it completely, so I'm all for that, actually. The only time you wear a tan shoe is when you have like a dark dress
Very
on.
dark dress.
You know, a heavy coloured black, a purple, things like that. This is an excellent final. It's just absolutely full of quality. You know, it's very hard for the judges, I'm sure, to, you know, choose from 1 to 6.
We were talking about those minutiae, those things that the judges just say, well, yes, that's just it. It's an instinct, isn't it?
Yes. Well, for me personally, I can only speak from my own experience, but when I judge, I'm judging the couple. That's very important for me. There is a man and a lady here, and it's about the harmony of the couple and the roles. There is a masculine energy and there's a feminine energy there, and those roles need to be balanced as well.
That's interesting, because you speak to many people who say that the girls should do nothing. And I, for one, feel that the girls should be put in 50%.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely want the lady on her feet, and I want her contributing to the actions, as you see a lot of the great girls here doing.
And yeah, there's one or two couples out there very disappointed.
Oh yes, I'm sure Carabai must be very disappointed this evening. I thought personally they had an excellent performance this evening and looked exquisite as well. And you know, it doesn't help with your confidence, does it?
No, we talked about confidence earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, when you put up that performance and that, you know. There's a lot of talent out there, like the young Chinese couple here. I absolutely see an amazing amount of talent, but there's a lot of development there that needs to be encouraged.
Well, you see
to
the fleckerel
develop.
there, very sort of, probably a bit untidy for this quality of dance, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to look back at this and learn from it, as we all do, and that's what it's all about.
I'm sorry, Yang, I didn't mean to actually
No.
criticise there, because criticism of these couples is probably... It's left to the lessons, isn't it?
Yes, and it's constructive criticism. I'm sure he'll look back at it and he'll see things, and that's what's making everyone better, is when you look back and see things.
Andrea and Sarah developed a very tremendous style together. You talked about this togetherness, the way she comes off his body, and he seems to drive always his body weight through hers.
Actually, absolutely. I think he's a very powerful dancer in that. personally, I'd like to see a little bit more activity from that power, from his body, through Sarah's body as well.
Yeah.
You know, but again, I'm sure that they're searching for that as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, dancers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a very unusual dress, that.
It is, and very beautiful. You know, it's got a lovely 60s style to it.
Yes.
But beautifully put in 2014. You can see the lovely light net sitting over the top of the dress, which of course gives it a beautiful flow.
Yes.
And I think that's very important. You know, here you have two very stylish classical dancers, and of course the dress just fits it perfectly.
It is all part of it, isn't it? Making that dress fit your style, so that the design of the dress.
For sure. And as
Okay.
I said earlier, the details make the design.
Mhm.
You know, the dress is very important, as are the shoes.
Yes.
And we mustn't be unkind to the men, the gentlemen, of course, it's a tail suit. But actually, while we have Valerio here, my personal thought on that is the suit is too tight. I don't like it personally so fitted. You know, a little bit of movement there would be nice, I
Yes.
feel, to enhance, of course, his great dancing as well.
Yeah, such a I suppose, a flamboyant dancer, very, very artistic, the way he
Very.
actually uses the dynamics of his body shaping.
Absolutely. And therefore, there needs to be just a little bit of movement for me, not movement as in the shoulder line, but just in the body.
Yeah.
It looks very too fitted in a way. Quite a simple dress for Monica this evening, but it's flowing very beautifully. And that's important again. The couple, they're choosing something that enhances their style of dancing.
Yeah, I mean, I find that she's incredibly light looking on the floor, but she's got so much power.
Absolutely.
You know, she's one of those that encompasses that look
Yes.
with the power that
Yes.
probably you're talking about. Before they get through to this.
Well, I think that yes, they do. They have to, you know, you'll start off maybe with the feet, get the actual centers of the body, and then get the actual upper structure. And then, of course, work within that. So having a dance such as the quick step here, you've got to have great technique. That structure needs to be there to allow you now to have these different changes of speeds.
Yes. And the beautiful change, the lightness, rotation, lefts and rights.
Absolutely.
It all comes back to the use of those feet, Lorraine.
It does.
How you carry the body weight and the balance over those feet, the centralisation of the body.
Yes.
It's terrific, it really is terrific.
And it's 4 feet out there. It's the ladies' two and the men's two as well. So therefore, it's an extra contribution. That's why it's very important that the lady is a part of this dance as well with the man, and not just, you know, following, but playing an active role.
Now, how does the girl, in your mind, put this energy in, but maintain her position with the man? And I get asked very often, well, how do I follow it if I'm actually trying to put something into it?
Well, of course here it's all down to what type of step that you're doing. And of course, you know, when the lady's going backwards here, she has a lot of potential physically in the body to produce a great movement moving backwards. And she's also got space behind her as well. But it's important that the man is clear with the timing as well, so that the lady knows.
And a great final quick step, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of applause, please.